I've always been adamant that a station should reflect the community that it serves. This isn't the railway's station, this is Middlesbrough Railway Station, and this place should reflect the town of Middlesbrough. And one really effective way of doing that is through art.
Tees colour register is a 53-metre long artwork. Each of these colours was taken directly from photographs taken along the Tees Valley network. It's well known for being an industrial northeast town, and I wanted to give it a new light, basically, let people see it in a different way.
The brief was to consider the railway's industrial heritage and also Middlesbrough as a town, and I think it needed a dynamic piece of work that would be eye-catching and work with the grandeur of the ticket office space.
Kiosk was influenced by the E.D. Walker and Wilson newspaper image that was in the Northern Echo, and based on that, just looking at it, I was quite interested in what a kiosk actually meant back then, so collective stories, and what could I do in terms of printed material to really kick that off again. It's actually a working space at the same time, so it's somewhere that I can print the material, I can have people join in with the techniques, and I can also sort of engage with the community, so this whole thing is an evolving narrative.
I've tried to make it about listening to people and the people who come through the station and trying to amplify in a way local people's voices and their either imaginations or stories or things that they notice about the station or think about it.
My piece is called Journey. It is a piece that takes used tickets from customers and station users from here in the station in Middlesbrough and joins them together with that common thread of journey and memories, nostalgia and shared experiences.
Maquette is a fabric that's used on public transport. All the designs come from the station, different architectural details. I was wanting to bring back the vibrancy and the feel of the maquette and making it bespoke to Middlesbrough.
The installation marks the 150th anniversary of the demolition of the previous railway station that was here at Middlesbrough. So the final installation is, I suppose, a reimagining of the 1847 station building, which has been broken down into its component parts and then reassembled as an abstract audio-visual form.
The piece is made specifically for Middlesbrough train station. It's a sound piece built with the idea of you being able to pass through it and experience the work, but it's also built in the sense that people can sit and listen and partake in the work.
The piece is influenced by Middlesbrough, and we tried to draw on the monastic heritage of the area. We wanted to turn that space into a place that was conducive to a little bit of reflection, maybe a bit of introspection, something that's a bit warmer and a bit more welcoming.
The work I've made is a 2-channel film installation located in the ticket hall of Middlesbrough Railway Station, and the work is a film that brings together a collection of archival and contemporary photography and film footage that reflects on the history of the station and how it's changed through time.
So our artwork is Combat Connections, and it's a huge 16-metre long public art piece, and it celebrates 200 years of passenger train travel, and also it explores the birth of Middlesbrough.
The scale of the concourse really influenced how I approached the project. It's such a huge space, and the idea of putting a large-scale artwork in there really filled me with joy.
I hope the piece will appeal to a broad range of people that visit the station. Maybe it will spark memories of when people used to play with Meccano themselves. It's important that artwork is accessible, and I hope this piece will just give that element of joy for people passing through the station.
I just hope it inspires someone to look at the kiosk and think, oh, what's that? And come over and think, oh, I never actually knew that about Middlesbrough.
Rather than it being me sort of imposing my creative voice, it's more about people sort of listening to themselves but in a new way, like listening to their community.
Just hope that by having artwork in the station that as they're passing through maybe each day, they get some joy out of it, and it cheers them up. It is something that they can connect to.
I hope that the colours and patterns brighten up someone's day and make them think where the designs have come from, looking at the station as a beautiful building.
I really hope that people see this sort of piece of work as something that brings to life a space and introduces people to a space that otherwise isn't accessible. It's one of the spaces that's a hidden space in the station. I really like the way it opens things up and makes people think about places, how they are evolving. They're different spaces. This used to be a really used space, but now it's something that's not used so much. The built environment is something that's in constant flux and always in change.
What we're trying to accomplish is that people just sit in that space, which is a wonderful space anyhow, and that they sit and they experience it.
The important thing for us was, because we're both from Middlesbrough, we understand the people and we wanted them to really enjoy it and to find it accessible so that they could enjoy the humour in it and the poetry and really all the visuals.
I think this project is really about value and how we perhaps don't really appreciate or consider the places that we live in and work in and inhabit. And so introducing elements of surprise and different ways of seeing things just helps people to sort of rethink and reconsider the places in which they live.
All of these installations are telling the story about this place, so it's only right that that story is told in this place. And each and every one has really told different aspects of this place's story in very different ways, actually. Yeah, it's been brilliant.